Pop Squat coming at you. And you can probably hear my cat purring into the microphone and possibly biting it. No. Stop. You stop. You stop. Come on. Come on, Peanut. In case you are looking at the screen, I got a recommendation to do a song from recent years by a rapper named Lil Cuete. Again, the name Lil is not my favorite thing in the world. Cat's back sniffing the microphone. I was going to look up Cuete. I don't know what that means. Cat, what are you doing? No, stop. Come on. Leave it. But I want to read a little bit of information about him because I have never heard of him before. Born and raised in Norwalk, California, rapper Lil Cuete has released numerous albums based around the Sureños and other elements of Los Angeles gang culture. I have no idea what that means. He debuted in 2002. Wow. And I know he was born in like 84, so young guy. 2002 with There's Only One Way About It and the track Soldier Ready for Death. And in 2004 he returned with the sophomore LP The Unforgettable. 2005's Walk With Me, found veteran MC. So he's worked with a bunch of people, had a lot of really good success. Definitely seems to be from another site that I was looking at was the gangsta lifestyle, so this is going to be gangsta rap. I've never heard his stuff before, obviously, and because if I had, maybe I would have thought to look up what the hell his name means. I apologize for that. But this song was recommended by Lil Cuete. It is Don't Trip. So let's give this a listen and see what it's like. It's just like 4 minutes long, and from what I heard, it sounds kind of cool, and I want to point out something kind of either partway through or at the end. So let's give it a listen. Yeah, even just this beginning, absolutely West Coast sound, that, just sort of that back noise. It's not a beat. But then the beat is also very West Coast, so right off the bat I can absolutely tell this is West Coast. Oh, there is some swearing.
Every time I get a beat, they be like, who made that beat? Let me get a copy so I could go bump it on the street. Cause I'm scared, say I bring a sick and twisted shit. And some scared, say I know you wanna get with it. They call me Little Cuete, not for the size of my heat. They call me Little Cuete cause I put pedals to...
That really quick little rap right in the middle, that was awesome. I like his voice, actually, quite a bit. It sounds a little bit like his voice gets lost a little bit in the music. I wish it were a little bit, again, what I call forward, that, just in front of the music a little bit more, but it wouldn't have to be very much, and it would make a huge difference to me. Yeah, really, I really like the sound of his voice. It's really cool, and his accent's coming through, and the accent is really cool, and yeah, I like it so far.
I've been here for a long time, not longer than you. I put it down for a long time, not downer than you. So when you see me around, you best believe that I'm strapped. My crack is fully loaded, they're saying it's always like that. I play with AK-47s and banana clip. My 45 only spins bullets with hollow tips. I always got my blue sky, I never leave without it. I'm unforgettable and there's only one way about it. You say you can hang with me, but you're just a phony. They call me Little Cuete, and I'm the one that only.
So the singing right here in this section is interesting because it absolutely kind of puts it in a certain like kind of 10-year period for me for rapping. I don't remember exactly when this song came out, but it sounds so much like so many songs that had that, nice kind of, not operatic, but very kind of soulful, but still, fun sort of music. I don't even know what to describe it as, but maybe soul music is correct. But really good singing. But it's absolutely of that time period. I can totally pick that up.
Step on my toes, you might not live to regret it. I got the desert eagle loaded, homie, don't you forget it. I'm always ready to die.
Okay, I like the Desert Eagle, so it's kind of fun that he rapped that. His rapping is really good. I mean, it's really good. I love it.
So we can go toe to toe. I'm like a gun without a safety, always ready to roll. Now I'ma murder this beat, cause now I'm into position. I gotta give a shot to Biggie for the same composition. There ain't no competition, at least from what I see. Ain't nobody in this world sicker than me. I'll put you in the body bag, somebody come the coroner, my present.
So another thing I want to point out here. Sorry, I'm interrupting so much, but I keep thinking of these things. What I really like about his rapping is, obviously, this is gangster rap. He's rapping about serious stuff that went on in his life or in his neighborhood. Like, this is not my experience, but this is his experience. But the way he raps it is, it's not like those rappers we've seen before that are like a little bit lazy, and that's not the right word, but like they're just really pushing the edge of not being on the beat, and it comes off with like this really great, cool feeling. He, on the other hand, is very like, the song is not aggressive, but it's about like a dangerous dangerous lifestyle, and just being in danger. And the way he raps is perfect because it's very pointed. Like, he has a lot of really hard accents on his words. Like, they're not flowing. They're very da 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 da. And it's a great effect, and it matches perfectly with this sort of song.
To the cemetery, another fallen warrior. My mission is to kill 'em and get away clean. I'm leaving the body first bagel all shot up at the crime scene. I heard you want a static. Let me grab my automatic. I'm stacking my violence on top of each other. I'm putting the trigger and letting them have it.
Oh,
There's nothing you can
yeah.
do. You said you were about to get me, so I had to get you.
That fast rapping was great. Oh, good transition too.
You think I fall short, but I don't think so, homie. And if you're thinking like that, you obviously don't know me. Don't say you're better than me. Step up and show it to me. But if you do, I'll put you down most definitely. These fools are messing with me. They keep on testing me. My steel not to bunk out. I'm known for knocking fools out. I'm giving my horses back for a while. In the way how you be holding me down. And if you wanna run, then you're part of the crowd that's been bumping me. Letting me show when you have that it's gotta be done for the number one gun. And I'm bringing the job in them cousin. I'm sussing the one of the blessing. I'm going, I'll never stop flowing. I'm showing, I'm knowing, I'm blowing your mind. When I'm putting the trigger with only one finger, it's taking your life. Then another could be you're hoping, you're sleeping, you're ripping, you're keeping. I'm drinking the gin, I'm feeling, we're bringing the spirits of fearless, so realist. I'm kicking, you're ripping, you're missing in action. I'm catching the session, I'm matching, you're whipping, you're stuck on the other side of the tracks.
Woo! That's great. I mean, really, I don't have to say anything else. That was fantastic. I mean, it was like they cut the music out. It very much went to just his voice. He's rapping like crazy. That was just fantastic. Really, really, not just well rapped, well produced and put together. Really, really well done, because it immediately pulls you back to the song if you've drifted away thinking about something else. Absolutely fantastic.
You are always acting.
It's good lyrics. So, one of the things, this is what I was going to talk about, or I mentioned in the beginning that I was going to talk about later. One of the things I find really interesting is if you take the elements of a lot of the music today and this is a good exemplar, or, from the last few years. Um, if you actually listen to the music, it still really has kind of an electro-y feel. I mean, electro isn't really the appropriate term anymore. It would be, electronic, or it's not really EDM, but it uses so much of those sorts of instruments and sounds, or so many of those sorts of instruments and sounds, that we don't even really think about how music has changed from 30 years ago that we've been listening to, or more, 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago that we've been listening to, and then listen to today. And it's really interesting to hear like instruments that sound like the instruments they're supposed to be, but we know it's all recordings or artificial things. So it's all electronic, or a lot of it's electronic. And it's just incredible how the music has changed in that time period. And that's not so surprising. I mean, think about 1980 to 40 years before that was 1940. And there, I mean, no new instruments for quite a while in that time period. And it's not until, like, really the last 45, 50 years that there's been a lot of innovation in terms of new instruments, and specifically new technology that allows us to create sounds that just don't exist in any other way. So really, really interesting to think about. And when I was listening to this earlier, the first little bit of it, it really kind of struck me. That's where the thought came from. Is like, this music is not. It's not like the music we hear in the early '80s in the rap and hip hop we were listening to there. It's very much a fuller sound. There's more of it. There's more different sorts of music. It's pretty interesting. So I like this one a lot for a couple of different reasons. And I did not mention earlier, I saw in a couple of places that Lil Cuete was actually died last year in 2020, which was a shame because the guy had been around for not very long. I think he was 35 years old when he passed away, and he'd been performing for 2020, what did I say? 2002, 18. Yeah, he was young when he got started, 16 years old when he got started. So kind of a real shame. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, and I think there's a lot of really good gangster rap music. And I mean, I have always liked Ice-T, and he was one of the originators too, and he does great stuff. I like this. It just has such a cool sound, and yeah, good, really good. Thank you for recommending this. I've got some more recent music to do, but I'll keep looking at some of the older stuff too and kind of intersperse it. And I think we had a new follower who recommended a few things, and I think Ron, you had recommended a few things. So that's all on the list, and we'll get to it. Thanks very much. Have yourself a good night, Pop Squad. Checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share.